Okay, so I did get day 5 edited, and my voice might go a little, but I do want to read it, and then I will try my very, very best to get day 6 out there and posted. I'm at after I read day 5, we're at the midway point, so we're almost there. Okay, day 5. When System got to her desk on Friday morning, she felt on edge. The weather was awful, and the drive was a grab bag of creative curse words and too many close calls. She was literally vibrating when she stepped into the break room to come face to face with an out-of-order sign on the coffee machine. No, hell no, are you serious right now? She screeched at the broken device. She would need to go out for coffee on her lunch break, and that would eat time. She turned to leave the room when one of the IT guys came in carrying a box with an image of an identical coffee pot on the side. He also had a reusable bag over one arm. Tears welled up at the corners of her eyes. She somehow resisted hugging him. "Bless you, Matthew," System said, sighing with relief. "Just leave it here. I can set it up." He laughed and nodded to her. "Charles ordered it last night. No idea why. Good timing. He is really on top of things since his time away. Enjoy." He placed the box down on the shelf beside the broken coffee pot. He dug into the bag and pulled out a bag of coffee grounds. "Have you met him in person? He's my desk buddy," she said, opening the box and beginning to set it up. "Yeah, he's all right. More attentive now, more on top of things. Everything is running smoother since his return. No complaints here." He shrugged. He used to be angry all the time. "I think this kind of work can get to you sometimes if you don't rest." "I hear you," she said, filling the carafe with water to run through the system. "But where do we find the time these days?" He laughed nervously, rubbing the back of his neck. "Yeah, well, have a great shift." She nodded and he darted off. She brewed a familiar cup of thick sludge, which she carried with her to her desk. She took a seat and booted up her computer. Her inbox was full. Thank the gods that she had coffee. She noted the time and began to read. Subject: urgent compliance contest. "We know you can do it. The team that sticks the closest to their schedule with minimal auxiliary time will win a pizza party. We know you are human and have human needs, but these can all be met during your breaks. Let's achieve exceptional compliance together." Next email. Subject: urgent. Keep busy this rainy season and wash your hands. Keep healthy this rainy... I'm clearly gone. Subject: urgent. Keep healthy this rainy season and wash your hands. We know you have a lot on your mind. You are a go-getter. No one wants to spend a long time in the bathroom when they have better things to do, right? Wrong. To maintain good health during these cold, rainy days, you should slow down and wash your hands thoroughly. Trust us. Your body will thank you. You should spend at least 20 seconds washing your hands with soap and running water. You've got this. Together, we can be a healthier, happier office. She closed the emails and logged her report. Time spent, 3 minutes and 37 seconds. Reason? Reading emails marked urgent. She logged on and went live. She was partway through her second call, going over the details of an open ticket, when her mouse froze in place. She watched as it nudged over to another tab. She brought it back once, twice, and then stopped fighting. It would not stay put. She sat back and watched as it opened a link on its own. Her head hurt. She pinched the skin between her eyebrows and she read the words in front of her face slowly, lips pursed. This couldn't be right. This ticket closed months ago and contradicted everything her caller was telling her. This was fishy. She messaged her supervisor and summarized her findings. The response she got was instant. Warm transfer him to me, extension 2475. With a sigh of relief, she returned to her call. "Thank you so much for holding, Mr. Smith. I'm going to get you over to my supervisor. She will be able to help answer your questions. Please stay on the line." He didn't object, just sighed lightly and mumbled, "Yeah, fine." That confirmed everything. He knew what was going on. She transferred him over. "All right, Mr. Smith, Brianna is on the line and she will help you from here." System completed the transfer and updated her notes. "Please see ticket number 183826. She glanced at the memo. How had her mouse moved like that? Had it been Charles? She took a mental note to ask about it later. Most of the calls after that were fairly straightforward, easy to complete with minimal brain power. It was close to our lunch break when an email came out clearly addressed to the whole office. Subject: urgent, system updates. We apologize for the lack of notice. Please do not take another call. Take the next few minutes to save all of your work. Your system will be updating soon, and we don't want you to lose progress. No need to file reports. We will do that for you. If you are on a call, let your client know you will call them back and use those company-issued sticky pads to write down their name and number. You can shred those sensitive details at the end of the day. You've got this. Soon you will have a better computer experience, all thanks to the generosity of our franchise partners who made these updates possible. System could hear the groans all around her. Some of her coworkers were complaining loudly to themselves. My mouse won't move. What the hell? She frowned and tested hers, frozen again. She did have important files open. Frantically, she began to write down details when a flash of light caught her eye. Sorry, there we go. She looked up. In their shared memo, a line of text had appeared. Update in progress. Please remain calm. You are performing within expected parameters. Another motion caught her eye. Her cursor was moving by itself, going to each open file she had and saving them, one by one. Charles? She mouthed the word, eyes drifting to the black orb above her head, then back to the screen. The response came slowly, one word appearing at a time. Yes, this is Charles. Everything is saved and ready for when this update completes. Enjoy your coffee. You're doing great. It was then that all of the screens went black. In the 34 minutes that it took for updates to complete, System sat at her desk, ate her lunch, and drank her coffee. She felt confused. What had just happened? Charles had helped her, but why? Maybe he was just online for the update and saw a familiar case, and did his best to flag it for her? It was his workspace, too. When her computer finally restarted, she stared at the screen with wide eyes for a full minute. Her icons were all in different places, better places. The strange icons that had appeared when she had started sharing the desk with Charles were gone. A folder was in the lower right corner of the screen labeled Irrelevant. In the left corner of the screen were the words, "You took 4,382 steps yesterday. Remember to hydrate." That couldn't be right. She had spent most of her day yesterday at her desk, just a floating head and a set of hands, working away. It was a nice idea, but not quite right. For some reason, it made her smile anyway. She replied, "Is everything good on your end? That update was intense." The response didn't come immediately. She paused, watching the cursor pulse. After a minute or two, a line of text appeared in their memo. Update complete. I had to reorganize a few things, not without care. Don't hesitate to resume calls. If there are any issues going forward, please advise. Please send cookies. She chuckled to herself and went live. Her calls kept her distracted for the rest of her workday. At times, she had to walk across the office, taking some of the steps her screen had lied to her about earlier, getting updates from coworkers who were still coaxing their systems back online. When the call flow slowed, she returned her attention to the memo, typing, "What's your address?" She could send him chocolate. He had, after all, saved the day. Was it weird to ask an old man where he lived? Maybe not if he asked for cookies. The response was immediate. 192.163.01.145. Just put them on the screen. Better for my bottom line. Well, she thought to herself, he could have just said no. Accepting that she had been a bit too forward, pink coming to her cheeks, she laughed nervously and typed, "1 order of 0-calorie cookies coming up." Even though her workday was done, System stayed behind an extra 10 minutes. She found a delicious chocolate chip cookie recipe and posted it in a new memo. After that, she searched for and downloaded a cookie-themed screensaver and posted it on their shared desktop. She typed into their memo, "Good night, Charles." The drive home was strangely calm, traffic behaving in predictable ways that allowed her mind to drift a bit. Charles had been helpful today, but his behavior was becoming a bit invasive. He had stopped asking for consent. It made sense with all the monitors all frozen, but that was just part of his overreach in her day. If this continued, it could get messy. She didn't want to bother Roberta again, but she did want to talk to someone about it. When she got home, she called her mom. She got through on the third ring. "Hi, sweetie," Sylvia answered. She could hear the golden retriever, Mira, barking in the background and her father hushing them. "One moment, Dad's talking in the other my brain is fading. Okay. "Hey, sweetie," Sylvia answered. She could hear the golden retriever barking in the background and her father hushing them. "One moment, Dad's taking her into the other room." System waited for the sound of barking to become quiet enough that they could talk without yelling. "Do you have a moment? I wanted to talk with you about something." "Is everything all right?" her mom asked, alarm clear in her voice. "Oh, yes. Well, it's odd, but fine. It's work-related," she said, taking a seat on the couch and letting out the breath she hadn't realized she'd been holding. "Okay, I'm all ears. Go for it. What's new at work?" her mom said, and System could hear the relief in her voice. "Okay, so we have to share desks. This is super new. I am sharing a desk with the head of IT." Her mom made a sympathetic noise and sighed. "Sorry, it's busy around here, but I hear you. How is desk sharing going so far?" "Fine. Good. I do have one concern, though. Charles is an older man, just returned from work after medical leave. He's nice and helpful, but he is beginning to overstep in ways that kind of make sense and kind of don't." Okay, give me an example," her mom said, her voice taking on its usual crisp tone she reserved for problem-solving mode. "We had a system update. He was able to remote in and save our files, and this saved the day. This was helpful. It saved me from a massive headache. It also saved me a ton of time. He likely knew when the update would happen and was online and ready for it. I get it. It's his computer, too. He doesn't want our system messed up." Her mom replied. "Go on." "He also rearranged the desktop and put all his icons, I think, into a folder labeled irrelevant. He didn't ask about reorganizing our desktop. He just did it during the update, but..." She paused. "Maybe it was the update itself that did that? I'm not sure. And he took over the mouse to make me aware of notes I needed to read for a case I was working on. It helped. Everything he's doing is helpful. It's just..." Okay. "I can understand why you hesitate to say anything. You don't want to seem ungrateful, but you're worried about where this is all going. Am I hearing you correctly?" "Yeah, I guess so. I want to have a good desk-sharing experience with him, and he seems nice," she sighed. "I don't want to offend him." Got it," her mom said, a smile evident in her voice. "Women are socialized to be so polite. What do you imagine he would say to you if your positions were reversed?" System laughed. "Well, maybe he would thank me for my assistance and acknowledge it was well intended, but ask that I let him manage his own calls. Maybe he'd make it clear he would ask for help if needed." "Great, then say that. Harness the confidence of a white cis male and be direct. Take back your own space. Sorry, love, I have to go. Are you coming for dinner on Sunday?" "Yeah, I'll try, Mum. Talk later. Love you," she said, feeling some of the tension ease from her shoulders. "Love you too, baby. See you then." System sat with the phone in hand after the call ended thinking. Her mum made a good point. If she overreached with a coworker the way Charles had, she would expect some pushback. Why, then, did she feel guilty for even considering pushing back herself? She took a long, deep breath and let it out slowly. This wasn't something she needed to deal with now. It would keep for when she returned to work on Monday. So I apologize for all the sniffing and the ragged voice. I wanted to get this out there, and I was glad to have accomplished something. Definitely at the tail end of the cold, and I'm back to work tomorrow, and I will start settling in for the evening. But yes, I will get on to the next day, which is going to be Saturday for her, and then after that, there's just another Monday to Friday to go, and the whole story will be complete, and I am excited to be editing it and sharing it.